Man, they are deporting a black man, or they're rejecting his entry from Cartagena Rafael Nunez Airport. My boy pointed out how tight this nigga's cargoes was. It's like, he take his job too serious. That's a fact. That is a whole fact. Nigga cargoes is dumb tight. Once one of these niggas with the tight ass cargoes pull up on you, bro, you're cooked, man. You're cooked, man. You're getting sent back, bro. So they are, let me just read the translation for you guys. Thanks to an alert in our information systems, related to tourism for the purpose of sexual exploitation, Migration Colombia imposed a no admission measure on a U.S. citizen who intended to enter the country from Fort Lauderdale. Man. So basically what I'm reading from this is that somebody tipped off migration and basically was like, yo, he's a sex tourist. Don't let him in the country. I don't know how they proved that. I don't know if they bothered to try to prove that. There's really no telling. He's being sent back. Now, I've been hearing some interesting stories at migration. I've been hearing that some dudes are getting extorted at migration. The officers are telling them they're only going to let them through if they were to pay a certain amount of money. Some of those guys are hammed up. They're like, man, I'd rather just pay him the money than have to pay $200, $300 to get a round trip flight back. Got to cancel the Airbnb, all types of shit. So at this point in time, and shout out to my guy Skeeta. If y'all don't follow Skeeta, tap in with him. He did mention that only about 3%. See, he said 3% or 0.3% of people are actually being turned away, and it's being over promoted on social media, right? He said most people that go to the migration line are going to get through. However, here's the problem. Even if most of the people that go to migration get through, what if you're the one that doesn't? And now you're being embarrassed publicly on their social media site. Do you want that? Is it even worth the risk? Is it worth it? Right? Especially if going to Cartagena or Medellin, the prices of everything have shot up tremendously. You know what I mean? I think if you're already in the country and you're like an expat, you're going to see prices of things start dropping, because I really do think they're going to lose tourism. Because now every content creator is covering what they're doing here in Colombia. It's gonna keep snowballing and going viral. And I guess this is the press and they want you. They're trying to ward off the guys that's coming here to have fun, that's coming here to exploit. They're trying to ward them off from coming here. But I think what they're actually going to do is they're going to cut their tourism by a lot. Cali calling you the complete Colombia tour. Yeah, man, but I got to be careful at that airport. Colombia doing too much. Come to Sosua, never. Say, where you buy your hats at? Man, I be buying my hats from these little clothing stores on the corner, man. Say, what's good, bro? What up, Chambers? Chambers is the one that said it today. He's like, man, why these niggas be fucking with Mosa? I don't know. They don't realize the prices in Colombia go up. They're never going to go down, even if all the Americans leave. Nah, I don't think so. I think prices will go down. Say, Kari HQ siding with the propaganda. Yeah, that's pretty much what it sounded like to me. Siding with the propaganda. That's kind of where me and him are going to have a disconnect. Like I said, I invited him to come on stream and talk about it. He doesn't want to come on stream and talk about it. I guess he was trying to come to some kind of private understanding. I don't think he realizes how bad this propaganda is. And sometimes you can't make other niggas realize that the propaganda is really bad, right? And that they're feeding into it. And this is my whole problem with Grifter Sincere. Because Grifter Sincere open up her Texan mouth and tell you niggas that black men are the ones that's coming here the most to do sexual tourism, but most of the men that's getting deported or denied entry for sex tourism aren't even black. Now there are a lot of black people, but there's more Hispanics and whites that's being turned away than black people, and that's a hill I'm willing to die on right now until the numbers show me otherwise. But I saw one Colombian dude commented in my comments today, and he's from Colombia. He says he likes when black Americans come because they're not cheap and they really do boost the whole economy. And I would say that's true, man. We're the ones going to the hip hop clubs, popping bottles, and trying to compete with the next man and spending money. And most working women like having black men in their country because black men are over generous and spend money and they don't penny pinch. You know what I'm saying? The locals seem to blame gringos for their crappy lives instead of looking at their government. I think that's all engineered by their government for them to do that because they don't want to take accountability for how or why the country is the way it is. Shout out to my guy Juvie, gotcha with the 199. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are enjoying the stream, bless the Cash App, bless the super chats. Let's go. I don't have the TTS up yet. I'm sorry. He says Dubai too. Kojo says Venezuela is open now. The official Rico Jefferson says Venezuela infrastructure goes down constantly, no power, no water, etc. Run some polls for destinations, back to Thailand. I would like to go back to Thailand. I don't partake in years often, but I walk around Provenza, sometimes get food, be out late night, walk around my place. But Blotto doesn't have any issues. I think Medi is going to limit your content by keeping you inside. Definitely explore your options, bro. Santo Domingo, Rio. D. Hester, that is a very good assessment. It is the reason I haven't been outside. It's the reason I haven't posted any content from the homies meetup because the homies meetup was a very fun party. And I'm kind of scared to post it because I don't know how that's going to be utilized against me, right? So I don't really know what to do. Said Costa Rica. I haven't really done a lot of research on Costa Rica, but if somebody could put me on, I'm down to look it up. Medellin is cooked. They don't want black men there. I don't think it's a black man issue, bro. I really don't think so. Certain places in Caracas have generators. Shout out to my guy Travel Lover with the 199. Cash App's ready for most of to go to new cities in Colombia. Said Brazil. I haven't seen any YouTuber do Panama. I would hit up Bolivia. Mosa, don't even think about going to Asia. They got no baddies. I don't travel for baddies, sir. I travel for tourism and the food. Go to Jamaica, but Jamaica on hard mode. Vietnam or Costa Rica. Back to Peru. Oh, okay. All right. So let me run the poll, man. So let's add Peru to the list. Do you guys really want to see me go back to Peru? Guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. I just put up the poll. Where do you guys want me to go? Someone said, don't go to Jamaica. Nigga, I'm not. Santo Domingo. Do not go to Jamaica. Let the chat send some more destinations and then run the poll. Okay, so should I cancel this poll and rerun it? Wait, hold on, chat. Should I cancel the poll and then rerun it? You guys know it's going to be colder in Peru. This is kind of around the time that we went to Peru last year. Cambodia, Bolivia, Argentina, Colombia is still number one. Mia Moore, baddies everywhere. Absolutely. Damn, not Mel. Shaking my head. Pretty much no problem. So you're going to wait until they start messing with you or be proactive. Jay, now, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. My heart is heavy, bro. My heart is heavy because I've been getting travel fatigue. I'm tired of moving, my nigga. When I came to Colombia, my incentive was to stay here for 6 months. I've been had Don Banks telling me to slide to Brazil. You know what I'm saying? I've been had niggas telling me to come everywhere. I'm like, nah, I need to focus on, my work, right? Building AI agents, selling my tech, contacting companies. I wanted to sit in Colombia for 6 months and just grind. I wanted to do my work, do my YouTube, do my boxing shit, maybe do a couple bouts in Medellin. Now with everything going on, it's like, man, I gotta fuck around and move again. So it's like, it's not easy to just move, man. And I got mad shit with me. I gotta get rid of shit. I gotta sell shit. Like it's a lot, bro. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to move again, like, and then go where, you know what I mean? So you're right. I'm trust me. I've had personal people in my life reach out to me. You feel me? Like I've had people tell me, yo, bro, you need to get out of Medellin. Man, shout out to Travelversity, man. I'm gonna shout that nigga out too, man. That nigga reached out to me like, yo, bro, get out of Medellin, bro. Like everybody telling me to leave Medellin, bro. Everyone's telling me to leave. Everyone's like, yo, bro, just get out of there, bro. You know what I mean? I don't go to Years and I focus on working on my business. Why would I even be worried? Yeah, I don't go to Years either. And I'm not going to Years for the sake of the fact that I am a YouTuber. I don't go to Years either. I own property in Medellin and I'm worried. Yeah, man. I think the last dude that got deported, he actually owned property and they still deported his ass. If you're not wilding out, what do you have to worry about? There's a lot of things that you can worry about. I don't know if I want to start giving people ideas, but you know, if somebody want to get you, they can get you. Kenya need to be the next stop, homie. There's no due process with Colombia immigration. They just picking and choosing ninjas out the line. Extortion for money at migration sounds like cap, to be honest. That would be too easy to expose. Well, it did sound like cap to me. However, I have heard this now 2 times, with Capo being one of them. So unless Capo Capman, Puerto Rico, Kenya is mid-year. I don't know, man. Jay now with the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you. Says no one is talking about the new migration play. They are extorting black men for $200 to enter. Look, Jay now is even confirming what I just said. Yeah, man, they're almost trying to get people to pay to enter the country, man. But this is all hearsay. I don't actually know how much of that is true. So you know what I mean? I don't know how much of that is true, but I have been hearing. I'm reading everybody comments today. So drop your comments in the chat. Hit the like button, man. We're gonna have a good ass stream tonight, man. I'm here to talk my shit tonight. So get your popcorn. Sources. Wait, what? I have plenty of sources I personally know, just to be careful with what I say, who said. So listen, so I'm a vouch for Jay Now. Jay Now is a real Colombian veteran, okay? He comes to Colombia a lot. He always got sources. He's always tapped into the news. I'm not going to doubt anything he got to say. Y'all know he's in the Discord already, so just talk to him in the Discord. But he's been putting me onto shit for the past year and a half, so I don't doubt anything that he's saying. You know what I mean? If you're not going to speak on it for everyone's benefit, then there's no point in even bringing it up. Understood. Drop in the Discord. Yo, guys, hop in the Discord, man. Somebody drop the link to the HomiesHub app and website. It's the same website now. You can go to the homies.app or go to the homieshub.com. We drop all the information in the Discord. You literally, like, guys, the Discord is free. You don't have to pay for the Discord. You just have to pay when you want to enter certain tiers and you know, watch the behind the scenes content, which I have a lot more of that coming for y'all too. But join the Discord. 4 of the homies at separate times searched and told to go to the ATM for $700,000 in cash if they want to enter. Damn. We tip well too. Yeah, black man tip well. But you have dudes like NYC that even pros give him money so that he can leave them alone. You didn't see that? Why did I read that comment? Said, what's good? I came home a few weeks ago, had no issues coming in. You have a cedula just like me. They aren't going to target us. Yeah, if you have a cedula, they're not going to target y'all. They're really just targeting the tourists. If you have to question being in the country, I think the answer is clear. Go where you have the least worries. Where? Where am I going to have the least worries, man? Where? Maybe I should rerun the poll. You guys think I should add the DR to the poll? I don't know. Yeah, but this man getting sent back from Cartagena, I thought Cartagena was going to be one of the sanctuary cities that people can go to and not get bothered. once I seen that they sending people back from Cartagena, I started getting concerned. And it's kind of like heart aching to read the comments because there's just so much xenophobic, racist, commentary in the comments. It's like all of them are on one accord with how they feel. All of them. And all of us are on one accord with how we feel. Now, you do have some people in the comments that come on my videos. I think some of my videos this week, my videos are at about 10,000 combined views, but probably over 300, 400 comments and rolling, by the way. And I do see some of you guys that's just really against the whole, like, man, like, stop telling these people how to run their country. I'm not mad at any of y'all commentary. Everybody is entitled to have their own personal opinion. But I think it's easy to say, hey, man, stop telling these people how to run their country. That's easy for you to say when you're not here, right? You're at home in Kansas somewhere, in Philly, New York, Oklahoma, you're working your job, you hop on YouTube, you see what's going on, and it's very easy for you to just give your commentary. You're like, man, stop telling these guys how to run their country. Why are you niggas putting all that on YouTube? Stop telling the people where to get pros. And I would argue with you guys, most of the passport bro content, travel bro content, black men that travel content is like GFE content, right? It's like no one is like, hey, here's where the mangoes are at. Like there's really a few channels like that, and those channels get clipped off YouTube anyway. So it's kind of just like shout out to Osborne Ani. Osborne Ani, a lot of his content is just hanging out with chicas, right? They're just hanging out with chicas. We don't know their pros. You don't figure their pros until you come to the country and see it for yourself. And I've seen the amount of hate he gets on his videos. Of course, he has millions of views, right? But he'll have a video on TikTok, do 5 million, and everyone's in the comments like, gringo, go home, or she's a prostitute, or you paying for it. And it's just interesting to see how like the Colombians respond to the content, because it's not like they don't post themselves on the internet. It's not like they don't engage in, like the S work on the internet, right? Biggest in the webcam industry, like they're on the internet. They just don't want you to put them on the internet. They don't want to be on the internet where you benefit, because you're coming in with your American money and you're also making money because they see themselves on the internet. They know you get monetized. So what I've been seeing is envy. That's the perspective I'm seeing. I'm watching envy occur here as it pertains to them watching us content creators on the internet. It's really just envy because nothing else is justifiable, right? You're not going to pass laws to stop foreigners from coming into the country, to prevent foreigners from engaging in S-tourism. You're just trying to almost scare, taint, and punish them for coming in the first place, even though they're contributing $2.5 billion to your economy. And somebody else brought it up today, and I'll pull up the video. Medellin is not a tourist city. It's a metropolitan city, right? There's a limited amount of landmarks. Most of the people that come to Medellin, they're enjoying the nightlife. This is a nightlife city. So if you're coming to Medellin, you're coming for nightlife, right? How many families are coming to Medellin? Oh yeah, Carol, let's take the kids to Medellin. Like, no one's doing that, bro. Most of the people coming here are young single dudes, a couple single girls. They're engaging in the same shit that the guys are, right? They're here to enjoy and be a part of the nightlife. There's huge clubs here. The nightlife is designed to have people spend money and live the fast life. Now, there's most of the nightlife here in Medellin it doesn't even get visited by foreigners. I'm just going to be honest with you guys on that. You go to La 70, La 70, you do get some foreigners, but it's mainly locals. I was there this past weekend. I was chilling, and I had a great time hanging out with the locals. It was super dope. I be in spots, I don't be in the spots where you're gonna catch me anymore. Like, before, you could probably come to Poblado and see me, but it's rare that you're going to see that now. I don't feel comfortable hanging out there with all this mess going on. And you start realizing that the city really comes alive when it's nightlife. Outside of that, the city's just a regular metropolitan city. People are working. There's no beaches here, right? There's no like resorts here. It's a bunch of clubs and a bunch of restaurants. You might have a couple landmarks, right? You got Comuna Trece, but you know, if you're not walking around doing the Pablo tour, that shit is a party area too. It's a bunch of parties. So I just think I'm not really, I don't know who they're trying to be like, right? Maybe they're trying to turn themselves into I don't know. Said most of you speak Spanish, go to DR, if not Sosua. Cali, Colombia. I definitely want to go to Cali. Bro finally stopped streaming at midnight like he Batman or some shit. Yeah, bro. I seen your comment today. I seen it when you left it, but I seen it today. I'm like, man, let me go live a little bit earlier so this boba sloth nigga can stop talking shit. Africa, back to Thailand, Brody, Ecuador, Africa. Niggas saying Africa. Bro, Africa is a continent. You want to say a country? Cancel and include DR and also Venezuela. All right, so let me cancel the poll then, since you know what I'm saying, since we talking about canceling the poll. We have 55 votes on it. Most people are saying Brazil, 27% are saying stay in Colombia. So let me run the poll back again. Let's start a poll. Where should I go? Brazil might be the move, man. You know what I mean? I really don't want to go to Brazil. I don't know how to speak Portuguese. I just started getting good at speaking Spanish, but going to Brazil might be the move.